Do you sincerely think he's the best we've got in this country? What, potentially wise or right now?
I believe he's the best in the country now, and I believe he's the best by a country mile. You know, okay, we've got another heavyweight out there than Tyson Fury, who, make no mistake, has improved, is not a bad fighter. But boxing for me is all about levels, and David Price is on another level, possibly even in a totally different stratosphere to Tyson Fury. The golfing class is that big, and if they got in the ring, you would see the golfing class. So, you know, for me, David Price is the best in the country. I believe he's already the best in Europe. He just needs a big fight. But, you know, listen, baby steps, because what's the rush? I believe we've got the best heavyweight in the world, the heir to the Klitschko throne.
You can bet your money, Paul, that somewhere the Klitschko brothers will be watching this, and also that a big fellow called Tyson Fury will be watching.
Yep, it's exciting times in this heavyweight to be...
Oh, goodness me! Well, there is the disaster scenario for this huge crowd, and Price is in real trouble. He's on jelly legs, and it's been stopped.
Now, Tyson Fury is looking to make a statement to Vitaly Klitschko against you. He's saying that, you know, that beating you worse than Vitaly did will kind of show him that, you know, or set up a fight for himself against Klitschko. What are your thoughts on that?
It's impossible. Can't beat me. First of all, the heavyweight champion of the world is tall, dark, and handsome, cool, complex, potential, and sexy. Hello, and he don't have none of those traits of beat you. None of them whatsoever. There never will be an Irish heavyweight champion of the world. Never will be. It's, you know, it's a shame that the Klitschkos have had to build this zone. They have fought and defended against almost everybody across the land. Have to give them that. But I'll be goddamn aware if somebody by the name of Tyson or Fury hold anything near a goddamn title. That I can take to the grave with.
I feel that Tyson Fury is more hype than substance. I mean, he's a very big guy, so I mean that does create problems. But skill for skill, there's no comparison. I mean, it's almost like, you know, it's almost like a kid being there with a man. You know, when they're skilled, when you deal with their skill set. I mean, and Tyson Fury hasn't fought anybody, and I mean he's been down a few times. I mean he's almost even knocked himself out. So, you know, it's one of them situations. I mean, but of course, I mean he's a big man that, you know, and you know, you still gotta be cautious. You gotta be smart. You know, and but I can't see Kevin losing to this guy. I mean,
it's 50-50. He's down the middle. Put everything in the pot, split it. You go your way, I go my way. He'll never earn this type of money ever again if he had 10 boxing careers. So I wish him luck. I hope he doesn't waste his money, and I hope he has a nice big holiday and has some fun after this fight, because it's the last time he'll be earning this type of haymaker money, that's for sure.
Yeah. So where'd you put your dough? Tyson Fury or David Haye?
I'll put it on Haye.
Good man.
I'll put it on Haye.
Lennox?
I would have to go with Haye because of the fact that he has more experience right now, and it would be a surprise, not a surprise if Tyson Fury wins, because, you know, he would be the best man on the night. He would be able to put everything together, but it's not going to be an easy fight for him.
With Tyson Fury and David Haye?
Yeah.
I think David hits him, he stays hit. I think Tyson he's got the attitude, he's got the ignorance to put it on David, to make it go long. If it goes long, I'd favour you. But I just think emotions are going to get involved.
I think you're wrong. I
expect you to say
everybody's wrong. Johnny, I can only say, we'll see. And that's the big thing why everyone's going to watch, innit?
Can you see this fight lasting the distance?
No, I can't, because if Fury gets close, he's risking walking into something, and we've seen him put over by lighter men. He gets up to win, but when he starts getting hit by Klitschko, it could be curtains for him, because Klitschko's a great finisher. I mean, he's not known for being the most exciting fighter, but look at the amount of knockouts he's had. He's unbeaten in 10 years, and he's knocked most of the opponents out. And that's slipped under the radar. Everyone talks about him as a boring fighter, quite technically, you know, not very nice to watch, just quite sort of textbook style. But he gets the job done. And if he starts catching Fury at the end of his long range, if Fury's trying to box and move, and he starts getting caught, I think it's going to be curtains for Fury. So I can't see it going the distance now. I don't think Fury can stop Klitschko. I don't think he punches hard enough for a heavyweight. He's an accumulative puncher. He's not going to get, unless he gets close enough to Klitschko, he's not going to force a stoppage. It's not going to happen.
Do you believe that this would be a massive upset if Fury was to dethrone Klitschko tomorrow night, Carl?
Oh, of course, everybody's expecting Klitschko to do the job and winning to retain his belt. Everybody is.
Klitschko, stoppage.
What round?
Probably about 8th round. I'm gonna take Klitschko in the 8th round. Tyson Fury he's non-athletic. He's just a big dude. He's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, I think
He ain't got the skill that Klitschko has. That's all I gotta say. So bet on Klitschko.
You know, like in a school, the bully. So that's the bully. The bully inside is very weak. Very weak. He's bullying, but inside is very insecure and very weak.
Just answer me this one question before you leave. What will you say if I do beat you?
There's no
Will
if.
you say it was a fluke
or anyhow?
What would you say then?
Just I want to tell you, don't miss the press conference.
Would you say
fight.
good luck? Would you say well done? Or would you be bitter about it?
After the fight, don't miss the press conference.
I'll tell you one thing. I want you to turn up to the press conference and say all this after I've beaten you. Okay?
I'm telling you, you better don't miss the press conference.
Oh, I don't. I never miss press conferences.
Okay.
All 3 scores to the winner by unanimous decision. From the United Kingdom, the new unified heavyweight champion of the world, Tyson
What are your thoughts on the Wilder and Fury fight?
I think it's a great fight for boxing. I have my doubts whether it will happen. May get signed, but I hope both guys make it into the ring. I think if there was one guy that we'd want Wilder to fight, to grow the Joshua fight, it would definitely be Tyson Fury. I think it's a bad fight for Fury at the time because he hasn't got his swag or his flow yet. He must be getting 20 million plus for that fight, otherwise I don't know why he's taking it, but he sees something maybe we don't, and good luck to him. I think it's a good fight for the heavyweight division. If Fury wins, there must be a rematch clause because it's a voluntary defence, so that will slow down our fight. But I don't see, Fury's a good fighter, very skillful, but I don't see him beating Wilder at all at the moment.
So, yeah, I mean, you've kind of said the Fury situation that you don't believe that will happen.
I'm only telling you that.
But both sides, Shelley Finkel's side and also Frank Warren, are saying that.
I don't know. Are they trying
close.
to push tickets for Windsor Park? Are they trying to drum up some interest in that event? They're doing a very good job saying they're going to fight Wilder. I'm just telling you that from the conversations I had with Fury, when we were talking to him about working with him, it ain't happening. Unless something is dramatically changed, where he's gone out against Sefer Seferi and gone, do you know what, I'm back, which, it's impossible. He ain't fighting Wilder in December. Because he knows he won't be ready. And if he loses to Wilder, he loses the AJ fight, he loses everything. But listen, maybe he just wants to roll the dice. Good luck to him. I'm just telling you my gut feeling. He didn't want to fight Tony Bellew. He didn't want to fight Dillian White. I don't believe he would fight Wilder until he was ready for that fight, which he's not.
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder.
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder killed Tyson Fury.
There you go, see?
He'll kill a gypsy.
All that said, you know who you pick in this fight? The guy who's been active against world-class opposition. Wilder's here because he took on Ortiz, who's a 6'4" power-punching Cuban with a deep amateur background and a fast hands the whole thing. And Wilder, in a great fight, stopped him after coming back after getting rocked. Wilder's been active. He's been fighting good fighters, while Fury has largely been on the shelf, way overweight with a drug problem. In an interesting matchup, the guy to take is the active, hungry, sharp fighter. In this case, that is Deontay Wilder.
Split decision draw.
Should it have been scored a draw?
No. Tyson Fury won the fight.
Wilder was winning the fight pretty easily to me. What can happen in the second fight after knowing that you've been in there with a guy? It's normally not the same. It'll be one-sided. It'd be very calculated.
Be one-sided for Wilder.
Yes.
And you felt like he was winning the first fight before all the way into the 12.
Yes.
Let's say Fury goes against your prediction and manages to beat Wilder one way or another. Does he beat Joshua?
I will not do interviews for a year.
Wow!
Did he hurt you at all in the last fight?
He didn't hurt me at all. You know, Fury, like I told him, he had pillows as fists, and that's what he has. You know, he's skillful boxer, but he don't hit hard.
Sit down.
Pick him and throw him across that room.
Sit down. You don't believe none of the words that you say. You can't punch. I don't know what you talking about, knocking somebody in the second round. You ain't never knocked nobody in no second round. You got pillows for fists. That's why I kept running through you. Because you can't punch.
That's what's going to happen here. Tyson Fury is going to outbox Deontay Wilder for a few rounds. Deontay Wilder is not going to throw but so many punches early. And then all of a sudden, one right, straight right. I'm even predicting a damn punch. There won't be a left hook this time following the right. It'll just be one straight right here. And Tyson Fury is going to get knocked back to the UK, and it's going to be over. It's Deontay Wilder by KO.
Physical stature, it belies his skill and his nimbleness.
Let me tell you.
Knockdown is scored. A body shot to Wilder.
And he's looking for the spot. Hits him to the body.
He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still the undefeated lineal heavyweight champion and the new WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson